It's just after 2 o'clock in the morning, and I'm back in my hotel room after having seen India decimate their opponents in the T20 World Cup final. And I can't help thinking, and I'm not gloating, or I hope I'm not sounding pompous, but I think India have taken the T20 game to another level. In their last 4 matches, they've crossed 253 times. Remember, that's 12 and a half runs and over. In the fourth, they chased down 200. It doesn't matter. You put them in, you've got to then go and match that score. It's a bit like what the West Indies did to Test cricket in their prime, what Australia did to Test cricket in their prime. To beat the West Indies, to beat Australia, you had to play the way they did because they were playing at a different level. Today, to beat India in T20 cricket, you have to play like India. But India are showing knowledge, they're showing awareness, they're showing self-belief, and they're just showing the level of skill that I think is the envy of every other team. And I think it's coming from one place. It's coming from the IPL, where day in, day out, you play pressure cricket, and you can almost be parachuted into a situation and you're ready. You saw that with Sanju Samson. He got his opportunity, he's out of the side. Once he comes back in, wow, he's player of the tournament. He delivers you 3 wins on the trot. Ishan Kishan is not in your side till 2 months before the start of the T20 World Cup. He comes in, he's ready. Mohammad Siraj is told a day before that you're now in the squad. He flies in, plays the first game, and he picks up 3 wickets. Shivam Dube comes in, he's assigned a role, and he's, dare I say, become the best in the world at the role that he is now playing. This Indian team is just full of players who are ready because the school they're coming up from is of such a high standard. I enjoyed so many things about the way India played in this game, but I'm happiest for Sanju Samson. I've talked at length about Sanju Samson. I've been talking at length for a long time, but look what he did once he got the form. As I've said, he played with great skill, played very selfless cricket, but also played very tactically astute cricket. Now look at what he did in this final. He's batting with Abhishek Sharma. Great example of sticking by proven pedigree. On the big day, he'll deliver. And he's playing with Ishan Kishan. Mitch Santner comes in. Where's the matchup? Sanju Samson knocks a single. It isn't till late that he takes on the left-arm spinner Rachin Ravindra and hits him for a 6 and a 4, or maybe 2 sixes. But he didn't mind his own personal run rate dropping a little bit because the matchup was to put somebody else. It is this awareness, I think, that's made Sanju Samson a different player. I love the story that Sanju Samson told about his grandfather. My grandfather, he said, was a fisherman. And he went out every day into the sea. Some days he came back with a great catch. Some days he got nothing. But the next day, he still tried hard and went out the next day. And he said that's influenced the way he's playing his cricket. Some days I will score runs, some days I won't. But it's his attitude. He said to me many years ago, it's not my job to go out there and score more runs than anybody else. It's my job to go and produce the innings that wins my team a cricket match. And that is why I so love the way he plays. And what about Abhishek Sharma? I was so happy for Abhishek Sharma, so happy for Ishan Kishan. These are people who worked very, very hard and yet are able to play with a degree of fearlessness that just stands out. That is Hardik Pandya. You give him the new ball, he's there. You ask him to bowl at the death, he's there. You ask him to bat at 5, he's there. You come in a different position. He may not have had the best game in the final, but much like I said about Shivam Dube, in his genre, he's already the best in the world. Then you have an Akshar Patel. Hardly needed to bat in this tournament. You remember the last time India won a T20 World Cup? There goes Akshar Patel in to bat. Today he comes into bowl in the power play. There's right-handers up at the top of the order. Tremendous decision by Surya Kumar and Gambhir. Another game, doesn't have a lot of bowling to do. He picks up 2 sensational catches. What a player this Akshar Patel is. And so you see, as you go down, there's match winners everywhere. When Surya Kumar and Gambhir fires, like he did against the United States, took India out of a tricky position, there's just match winners strewn everywhere. Arshdeep comes in, bowls well with a new ball. Varun Chakravarti has an iffy end to the tournament, but started off very well. And then there is the magician. Is there anything that Jasprit Bumrah cannot do? Every time you see the opposition and you say, right, there's a strength for the opposition, let me put Bumrah in. Quinton de Kock, Aidan Markram, Ryan Rickelton, they're doing well. Give Bumrah the new ball, he gives you 2 wickets. Sahibzada Farhan is the key there. Can Sam Ayub come off? Give Bumrah the new ball. He picked up 2 wickets early on. Who's the challenge against England? Harry Brook. He comes in first ball. Harry Brook. Helps, of course, that there was a fantastic catch. Comes in here again. First ball. Picks up another wicket. His concoction of slower balls, yorkers, pace-on deliveries, the slow bouncer is just incredible. And I do not think there has been, I'm not saying there is, I do not think there has been white ball bowler to compare with Jasprit Bumrah. We are not even talking about him being one of the world's preeminent red ball bowler. Just in white ball cricket, I don't think there has been a player like him. Should Bumrah have been player of the series? Can you imagine a contest between someone like a Sanju Samson, who comes in and plays 3 astonishing innings that are responsible for the turnaround in India from that knockout game against the West Indies, or you have Jasprit Bumrah? Anytime the captain says, oops, I don't know what to do, I'll do it. He just seems so calm, so relaxed, and I'd love to get into Jasprit Bumrah's mind at the moment, because more than anybody else, he is so quickly aware of what the pace is, what the length is, what he needs to do on each pitch. And then it's almost as if the mind is telling the body, come on, I've decided. It's up to you. And the body says, yes, Sam, I will obey you. It has been such a privilege watching Jasprit Bumrah play. Which brings me to Surya Kumar Yadav and Gautam Gambhir. The two go all the way back to KKR. When Gautam Gambhir is captain, he sees something in Surya Kumar Yadav and says, you will be my vice captain. Now the two get along because they just get T20 cricket. Nobody gets T20 cricket the way Gautam Gambhir does. See what he did with KKR. See the team he put together for Lucknow Super Giants in its first couple of years. And I thought it was a very, very bold move. A little sad on Jitesh Sharma, but a very bold move to have that wicketkeeper up there. Fantastic course correction to say, I've got 3 left-handers at the top. They're all doing very well, but it's giving an opportunity to the opposition to have a go at us. If it means that Tilak Verma has to go from 3 to 5, so be it. What does Tilak Verma do? He wants to bat at 3, but he goes and reinvents himself at number 5. There is something in the air that this team is breathing. They bring Sanju Samson back. They show faith in Sanju Samson. Even when they drop him, they give him 5 matches and then they leave him out. They never lose faith in Abhishek Sharma. They never lose faith in Varun Chakrabarti. And I just get the feeling inside that camp, everybody is saying, I think this team believes in me. I think they have faith in me. And I think that is such an important part of putting together a team that is going to go and play high-risk cricket to go and win a World Cup. The decision to go in with 8 batters, even if that meant that the bowling was going to be reduced a little bit. I've heard it said, look, if 6 batters don't do it, 7 can't. If 7 batters don't do it, 8 can't. No. India could easily have gone in with 7 batters and then say, I'll play both Kuldeep and Varun, Bumrah and Arshdeep. That would have been the perfect bowling combination. But T20 cricket is all about batting. Can I score much? Can I score that much more than you? If I'm a bowler, what's the difference between a really good bowler and maybe someone who's just 1 rung lower? I must admit, look, all this works, this 8 batsman rule. I'll go and make 220, 230. Doesn't mean if I dilute my bowling, it works because of the magician in your side. And so India become the first side to win 2 T20 World Cups on the trot. India become the first side to win a home World Cup. India become that rare side that bats first and wins, that chases and wins. I do not think there is anything that this Indian T20 side cannot do. And that is why I think they've taken the game to another level. You saw that today. New Zealand had the skills, but to beat India, New Zealand had to up their game enormously and hope India had a low day. And then you saw the tactics when they came in. Matt Henry, such a good bowler against India, but so quickly went defensive, so quickly tried to take pace off, so quickly tried to bowl outside the hitting arc of India's batters. You got the feeling that New Zealand were a little in awe almost of what India could do to them. That is what India are doing to opposition sides. It's been fabulous watching this Indian T20 side grow and grow and grow. And I don't think there's any stopping for a while.
So thank you for watching and do subscribe to this channel.